What's up, guys? Matt Moda here with GoldBoys, here to give you 5 bets in 5 minutes. So over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to give you my 5 favorite bets for tonight's betting slate. We're talking Tuesday, December 17th. Lighter slate of betting tonight, just in general. Only one NBA game. It's the NBA Cup final game, and no NFL. So I'm basically going to have 5 bets for the NBA tonight in one game. 4 of them are going to be normal 1-unit bets that I like. The last one is going to be like a 0.1 $10 dart throw that I'm throwing out for my 5th and final pick. Real quick, to do a recap, yesterday 3-2, had a nice small profit day yesterday, going 3-2. Cashed out both of our NFL plays. Went 1-2 on the NBA, and honestly, it's been a rough NBA season. Hopefully, we can turn that around tonight. And let's get into it. So number 1, our first and only underplay of the night. Damian Lillard under 22.5 points. This one's going to feel gross because it's Damian Lillard, and he's been playing really well recently. Like, if you're a hit rate type of bettor, you're not going to like this one. He's gone over this number in 9 of his last 10 games. When I see that, I immediately want to fade those results. And this is a tough matchup for the Thunder, right? No matter how you slice it, the Thunder do not give up a lot of points to the point guard. We're talking like 5th fewest per props.cash, the fewest per Fantasy Pros. And when you dig into the play types, it makes sense. The Thunder give up the 2nd fewest points per game to pick and roll ball handlers, 2nd fewest points per game via isolation, 4th fewest points per game via transition. Those are 3 of the top 4 categories in which Damian Lillard scores the majority of his points. The only one where the Thunder are not an elite matchup is getting fouled, but I just don't know how much driving and getting fouled Damian Lillard's going to be able to do in this game. Just look at some point guards and how they've performed against the Thunder. Fred VanVleet just had 8 points last game. Luka had 16 the game before that. Scotty Barnes had 12 the game before that. Earlier this year, De'Aaron Fox had 14. Just a tough defense. So I like rocking with Dame. Next up, or I like rocking with Dame's under. Next up, I like rocking with Dame's over on his rebounds. We're talking 5+ rebounds. As bad as a matchup the Thunder are for point guard point props, they're a great matchup for point guard rebound props. According to both Fantasy Pros and props.cash, they allow the most rebounds per game to the point guard position, and per NBA.com, the most rebounds to guards over the last 10 games. Looking through their game log, you see a ton of rebounds that go to the point guard. I mean, last game, Fred VanVleet just had 9. His over-under was 3.5. Earlier this month, D'Angelo Russell had 9. His over-under was 2.5. And Damian Lillard, 5 rebounds might seem like a lot. He's hit this in 3 of his last 4 games. He's hit it in 5 of his last 10. And of the 5 he's missed in his last 10 games, 3 of which he had exactly 4 rebounds. But with more minutes played tonight, I'm not expecting him to score, but I am expecting him to rebound as our second pick. Next up, let's go to the Thunder, take a player on their team. Jalen Williams, 25+ points. So pumping his number up a little bit to get a plus money price, which is what I love to do. This is another play similar to the Dame rebounds or the Dame points. This is not a hit rate type of play. J. Will has only hit 25 points in 9 games this season. He's only done it in 2 of his last 8. Prior to that, he had hit in 6 of 7. So another fade recent results type of game. And honestly, last 2 games, he's only scored 18 and 20 points, so not really come close. In those 2 games, he shot 8 of 21 and 8 of 20. I love that volume, and I'm expecting positive regression in the shooting department against a defense that is pretty good. A pretty good matchup for the way in which Jalen Williams scores, right? Scores the majority of his points in transition. Bucks have the 6th worst transition defense in the NBA. Next up, pick and roll ball handler. Bucks allow the 4th most points per possession to pick and roll ball handlers. So I like for J. Will to have a good game tonight. That's 3. 4. Give me Taurean Prince over 1.5 made 3-pointers. Nice, juicy plus money price on this one. The Thunder defense, if you're looking at like a map of an NBA court, are a top 10 defense in every single category except corner threes. They allow the most corner 3-point attempts on the season, 2nd most made, 3rd most over the last 10 games. Taurean Prince makes and takes the most corner 3-pointers on the Bucks on the season and over the last 10 games. He was sick, so his minutes have been down recently, but last game put up 7 3-pointers, made 2 of them, so hit this number. And then for our dart throw, it's Giannis triple-double. The points and the rebounds are as close to a lock as it gets, so really this is just a bet that he's going to get to 10 assists, but you can get a much better price on triple-double. I played this last game for Giannis. He was 1 assist away from getting a triple-double. But assist props are good for Giannis's playmaking style against the Thunder, who have a really aggressive style of defense, not letting these guys like Giannis score, but they can assist. So I like for him to get a triple-double. Again, lower your unit size on that one. The other 4 are plus money, or excuse me, 1 unit make slams is what I like to call them. This one is like a $10 play, so just lower your unit size. But I like it. And that's all we got. 5 bets for you guys to lock in. Remember to check out goldboys.com. Check me out on Twitter at JediModi, and have a good one.